Hello folks, this is Vlad Antonov from Single Stop for Software Quality. Today I wanted to spend some time outside and talk a few minutes about the career path that a lot of people crave who go into quality, and that is going from a manual QA into the automation QA. Now, this is not, I'm not going to BS about this. This is not a single path. Two very different roles, major distinctions, very different pay cycle, very big gap between two. While I wouldn't say that one is more important than the other, I also think that they're just very, very, very different in concept. And if I had to guess, most of you who are watching this video probably want to make this transition and really asking you the question, how? Well, it's not without a lot of work. Now, let me start off with saying, there are four types of people, four categories of people out there. And the first category is do nothing people. These are the people who, I don't even know how can you do nothing. And if you're watching this video, you're already doing something. Then there's the retractors, right? People who try a couple of things, maybe read a blog, maybe watch a small intro video to like Java programming or something like that, and go, not for me. So that's another category of people. And to say, the least, that's a big amount of people out there. So I don't want to talk to these type of people, and I don't want you guys to watch this video if you do number one and number two. Now the third category of people is the average, right? And these are the average people who are very comfortable with what they do, and don't even want to deal with changes and push their limits, right? And then there are overachievers, right? These are the special category of people who want to break out of the loop and really want to go above and beyond. I want to talk to you guys. So you are the primary category that I'm speaking to. Now, I made that transition at the beginning of my career, where I started my career as a manual QA, and I absolutely hated it. It was boring. That was my thing. Even about a year after getting my first job and going to my second job, I realized that I'm doing some really, really dumb or repetitive things, right? And nobody has asked me to do any kind of automation. It was a small company with a startup company of about 35, 40 people. And, I just went up and read up things. I mean, it was mostly on Apple computers, and I knew very little about Apple, how to automate. And then I found a couple of blogs that says, hey, the Apple has something called built-in script called iScript, something that they tried. It's very easy to use, and I went and read up, and I think I spent like maybe a day, maybe an hour or something like that, a couple of hours, and I was able to script up something really, really fast, and it was like, wow, this is like going to help me, right? And so, but again, nobody asked me that. Nobody made me. Nobody even put me on the path. I didn't watch any blogs, inspiration blogs like this. So I did that, and ever since then I liked it. Right, it improved my improved my quality of life. I didn't feel stupid anymore, as I would like to say that. I felt empowered that I could do things easily and do 10x more than I was able to do in one day. Right, I started having like a free time and started learning about new technologies that at the end landed me more jobs where I could actually show my computer engineering skills. I mean, okay, let's be honest, I do have a computer science degree, but when I graduated college, I was not good at programming at all. I wasn't really excited and interested about that. So yes, I do have some, beneficial factors about that, but you don't have to be computer science genius, or, you just need to like computers, which everybody does these days, because this is 21st century. So if you don't like computers, and I'm not sure what you're doing on YouTube watching this video, but, again, you need to push yourself, right? If you're in manual QA and you've been manual QA for a couple of years, or many years, and you really want to do it, you don't want to do it just for the money, right? Yes, the money will come later, and it's significant, so maybe even double of what you make right now. But at first, you need to understand, you need to make a goal. I want to become an automation engineer. Start learning, right? The easiest ones are probably Java. Java is probably the easiest language to learn. You can learn Python as well, a little harder to learn. I wouldn't say that any other languages are any good at that point. So Java and Python are probably the ones. I mean, look at some intro courses. Usually they're free. There's so many of them on YouTube, Google, whatever, or use any kind of resource. Just take 1 hour, 2 hour courses. I mean, even you start understanding the basics, that's good enough to start, try a few things on your own. Don't even communicate this to anybody. Just try it. Write a couple of small programs, very, very basic ones, and then learn about some of the automation tools. Like Selenium is one of the best ones. Like Selenium is an industry standard tool out there. So do that. You would probably need 3 to 6 months of training, and then you can actually go to your boss and say, hey, I can do this, watch, and provide a demo for them what you have done. Automate some of your work a little bit, right? Whatever it's UI, a backend. UI is probably simple. Say, hey, here's what I've done. And now I'm really considering moving up into engineering. See what they say. A good boss will support you. A bad boss will say, well, we don't have anything, but that's a good thing. Move on. I mean, in 6 months, you probably know a lot. I mean, I've had few people who moved from manual to automation very successfully. I also had people who were, scaled back and, said they're going to do something and never got to it. This also happens a lot. So don't be one of those. Make a decision. You want to become an automation person, go out there and research. This is an awesome opportunity. You will have more jobs open up. There are way more automation engineers needed than the actual engineers in the world, because it's so hard to get a very good automation engineers. I've been looking for some good ones on my team. I found them, but again, it's very hard to find. They are rare to come by. So I encourage you to not be in the first 3 categories. Even the average, you don't want to be an average. Exceed your expectations, beat yourself up, figure out how to do it the best, and I can guarantee you the results will follow, and then the money will follow. I can guarantee if you really want it, you can make twice as much in a year or 2 years. Guaranteed. Again, this is Vlad from SingleSoft, software stuff for quality. Like my videos and subscribe for more.